Friday. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get right into another recap. So I have seen some comments saying that our audio is a little hard to hear, so I do apologize for that. Me and my brother are working on that, but we are pretty new to making videos and everything like that, so we apologize for that, and we're going to try and work on that. So as far as the recap today, this is how the NASDAQ looked, and an hour before the market opened up today, there was a PPI report, not the CPI report like I have gone over, but the PPI. And obviously from looking at the charts, the report was not positive, right? That's why there's this huge move to the downside, right? This was at 5:30, an hour before the market opened up, and leading into the market open, the next few hours, the majority of the first half of the market open, and that was the time that I happened to be trading. There was a lot of choppiness today, right? There was a lot of kind of big changes of direction. And what I mean by that is there would be these big green candles making you think like the NASDAQ was going to start to be bullish and pull up, right? Only for it to follow with these big aggressive little red candles. So it was hard to get an idea of where the market really wanted to go, and it was very easy today to get faked out, to really get flushed out, and that's what happened to me basically. So I'm going to walk through that with you guys a bit, and it was unfortunately a red day to end off the week. If you guys saw the thumbnail, I was down $59 and change on TQs, and I was down $1 and change on SQs. So right around $60. Here are all my fills. I only had 31 today, and that's usually on the lighter side for me, right? Today, I definitely wanted to look to call it earlier because it was very choppy, right? I wanted to be real with myself. As much as I want to keep trading and make my money back, I just have to acknowledge that it was choppy and it wasn't maybe the best conditions for me to keep on trading. So here are all my fills, right? I started off the day trying to get into SQQQ, and I actually started the day off in the green. And right around here was when the market opened up at 6:30 in the morning, and I decided to kind of start going with the downtrending direction. And I ended up cutting shares, right? Because I thought it could pop quick since market just opened up. But yeah, I did start off the day up like $30. I ended up losing it, right? Giving it all back, and $60 on top. And right around here was my, I'd say, most critical trade. And this was the only trade, as you can see, that I ended up being fully averaged in. I bought in with a quarter, and I ended up averaging up another 3 times, right? Another 3 quarters. And that was right around 7:30 in the morning. So this was when I was still green on the day, and this was a trade that was basically going to allow me to be done on the day. And it was unfortunate it didn't go my way, but that was right around here exactly. So I did a nice job of getting in as this thing started to push up and recover, right? I wanted to go with the direction, and it was kind of forming like this almost higher low pattern, kind of right around there, right? This general area. And anytime it would fall right here, the NASDAQ would try and bounce. So I saw that happening again. I got in and averaged up. And it wasn't until I saw a break above this SMA line, this green line here, where it struggled to push above. It broke above it, and it just formed a nice kind of green candle, right? It was pretty far above it where I felt comfortable getting in fully for a play up. So I decided to average in fully, only for it to ultimately flush down. And because I averaged in so high, I ended up stopping out kind of right around the bottoms here, the bottom of here literally, which is very unfortunate, only for the play that I actually wanted to end up happening the very next push up, right? This is exactly what I wanted to happen. I saw we pushed aggressively above the green line now, the SMA line, and this blue EMA line here. And I thought because we pushed so aggressive, we might see some resistance, but ultimately it was going to keep forming higher lows like it did, right? It kept kind of, anytime it would fall here, I'm sure it just kept pushing higher and higher and higher. And I would have looked to sell right around here. And that could have put me up on the day, like right around $100, and I would have looked to call it. But unfortunately, it went south. I did manage my risk well, but I lost $30 on that trade. So at that point, I was basically broken even, and then I ended up losing another $60, kind of getting faked out up here. So my last trade was on SQQQ, right? And that was at 818 I sold. and that was kind of right around here as the market started to want to push up above this blue line here again. I thought the market could fall. That's why I was in SQQQ, but once I got faked out again, I just accepted that the market was too choppy. I missed my opportunity here. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. And yeah, I just wanted to walk away and keep the risk small. I mentioned this the other day in the video, but never feel obligated to overtrade or anything like that when the conditions aren't the best, right? Today there was a lot of fake outs, so I didn't feel that comfortable. And days like yesterday where the direction seemed a lot more clear, those are days you should definitely look to kind of milk it and really get in heavy and take advantage of it. So as far as the NASDAQ on the 180 day, this is kind of where it's trading right around here now, and it's a little iffy on where it wants to go. It could definitely keep selling off now or picking up. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, and so because of that, where it is, we might expect to see more choppiness. You never know, but just be on the lookout for that. If we break this general support area, I feel like that's a good sign we could start falling. And if we break above this resistance here, maybe that's a sign we could start pushing up again. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for tuning back in for the recap. It does mean a lot, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care.